So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is the Ryan here.
And today we actually have a really interesting discussion for you all. Now, this one is actually talking about who is inside Springtrap.
Yes, a lot of people believe the phone guy to be the purple guy, and therefore he is trapped inside Springtrap, and that ends the story. But we have a great suggestion of who might actually be in Springtrap.
Yeah, I think when people must have heard me say that, they must have thought, oh, well, we know it's the purple guy and that sort of thing, but we're actually more talking towards who the purple guy actually might be.
Yes.
So in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we all now know that the purple guy gets stuffed into the Springtrap suit. But there's actually a little bit of an important piece of information we may have missed during this, and that is who Bonnie actually is. Now, if you actually think about it, Bonnie is not the main character in Five Nights at Freddy's, is he?
No, he's the predecessor of Freddy.
Exactly, so he's the second in line. Now, I was actually thinking about this quite a bit because I think we have to think about both Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and Five Nights at Freddy's 3 to understand who's actually in the suit and also who's still alive. If you think about it, the purple guy has been going around for a while and everyone's kind of been speculating that this must be the phone guy. And, you know, a couple of things are starting to suggest that this isn't the case and that the phone guy must be a different character altogether. So the deeper question is, why would the phone guy, aka the main protagonist in all of this, or so we believe, why would he be stuffed into the second in line's mascot suit? Wouldn't he be stuffed into the Freddy suit? Wouldn't that make more sense?
Yeah, I mean, this has been a theory that's been reoccurring around the community for quite a while now, and that's the theory of two guys. One is a pink guy and one is the purple guy.
Yeah,
and
exactly, yeah.
It doesn't really make sense why Scott would noticeably make these two guys a shade darker, a shade lighter than each other.
Exactly.
I believe that he's done this directly to show that these might be two separate people altogether.
I believe that to definitely be the case because it almost seems like the way these two guys act as well within the mini games where we see them, they're totally different. When we see this pink guy, he seems to be very mindset on doing things that he wants to do. You know, we see in the give cake to the children mini game, he straight away kills the child, and just in the Foxy game too, he's kind of stood there looking on. And this purple guy, he seems to be a different character, and whenever we seem to see him, it automatically kind of ends whatever sequence of the mini game we're in, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, yes.
So now we're going back to Five Nights at Freddy's 1, and we're going to be talking about Night 4 in particular. Now, I'm sure you guys all know that in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 Night 4, we hear a pretty dramatic phone call, and what we are presuming that we hear is that the phone guy seems to get killed by some of the mascots, but what we actually don't know is whether or not he was stuffed. However, I actually think he was stuffed because it seems to make sense. He kind of warns you all the way through the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 timeline when you're the new night guard that if you get caught, you will most certainly be stuffed, doesn't he?
Yes, and more specifically into a Freddy Fazbear suit.
So in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, at the end of each night, we actually get these cutscenes where we seemingly go back in time to Five Nights at Freddy's 1, don't we?
Yes, yeah, we do.
And what we actually get to do is control the animatronics, and we're led to the back room by this purple Freddy guy, and we're presumably destroyed. Now, it physically couldn't make sense chronologically for this to be the case, and the phone guy to actually be the purple guy, because in Night 4 he actually dies, and most are speculating that these cutscene sections where we play as the animatronics, this is after the establishment has, you know, it's closed down, and you can tell by the dripping water through the establishment and just the way there's mice absolutely everywhere throughout it.
Yeah, I mean, another key factor of this as well is that in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the phone guy actually says that the two spring lock suits are actually being retired to an appropriate location.
Yeah.
And when we actually go into the back room, we only see the spring Bonnie suit. And obviously it says the phone guy says, you know, noticeably the spring Bonnie costume has been moved. So either the spring Freddy suit has gone missing or it's in a different location altogether.
Which I think is actually really interesting because, it's just all not making sense with the phone guy speaking about this Bonnie character. It just goes to show that he's definitely not the purple guy and he's not stuffed inside. And I suppose it hints more towards him being another protagonist within the story, which we'll go into in a lot more depth very soon. So we end the video with a very important question. Who is this purple guy?
Wow, I mean, there's been a lot of debate on who he is, but obviously with the whole badge and that, he's obviously an employee of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but it's not actually stated who he is. He could be like anyone. He could be like the cleaner, the night guard. I mean, the fact that he's got a badge on kind of suggests that maybe he is like the night watch almost, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah, and there's a lot of questions going around about this, and I think we're going to be doing a little bit of research into this over the next couple of days, and we'll have a lot of evidence to present to you guys with who the purple guy might actually be.
Yes.
So there we have it, guys. There's once again another pretty interesting topic for you all. We'd love to hear what you guys also have to say on this theory, so be sure to comment any ideas you have down below.
And also, if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like? And if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more theories like this and also some gameplay?
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?